Get a Google search, think you know me, bitch. Get a Google search, think you know me, bitch. But you don't know me, bitch. Don't call me Kobe, bitch. You can ask anybody about this cocaine wrist. Made money off the projects like I'm white, bitch. But I sold white, bitch. All night, bitch. Had a white beamer and an all white brick. Caught a case in no way, still don't know snitch. That's why I don't trust these niggas, and I don't trust a bitch. It's a dirty game, dirty Sprite for the pain. And I'm way too fly to shoot a nigga close range. Got the burner with the scope, you can't wiggle out the rope. And I'm balling out the day for days, I ain't had no hope. Spend a lot of nights sleeping on the floor. Used to pray to God, he opened up the door. Then I bought two and stressed it out the phone. God Almighty bless me with some good blow. Goddamn, acting like I'm George Young, like I think I'm Johnny Depp, but they think I'm George Floyd. Got the police on my neck, and I'm fighting for my life while the police taking bets. And the deals that they giving sounding more like threats. But I better flex, look, you can see my pecs. Show me the money, look, and you can see the rest. Used to with the Pirates, now they want Percocets. Got so much cash, I can fuel the future.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? I am your host, Devinwade. You are now tuned in to the Devinwade Show. I am Mr.
DevNasty.
Yeah, look, our shit is all discombobulated right now. They was in here just doing some breakdance movements and passing it on. What is
The wave.
the wave joint?
Remember the wave? I brought it.
Is that really called a wave? The wave?
Yes. You didn't want to
That joint?
partake.
We in here fucking waving
We
because
all
they
waved.
hold on.
Send it to Dev.
And it's because they about to put breakdancing in the Olympics. I don't know how true it is, but we just heard it and we're fucking getting ready for
That's
our
right.
team.
I don't believe it.
Top
What do
5
you
better
mean?
alive.
You need to, first of all, you didn't even fucking keep the wave going. I
Right.
see you.
Yeah,
I see you.
Because
I
I
see you
don't believe in this Olympic wave shit. I don't believe it's going to happen.
No. Breakdancing in the Olympics. Look it up later, and then you're gonna know why the Devinwade Show started a team. I was thinking about you for maybe joining me in a head spin, like we could handle that department because we got the baldies.
Yeah, well, that's
So
true.
it'll be like a smooth spin.
Nah, that's true. That's definitely will work out. But yeah, I'm not too into breakdancing. I could do that leg, that corny leg joint that they
Stinky
do.
leg?
Nah,
It's like that dance.
It's that.
They do this.
It almost looked like a strip walk. It almost looked
wait a
like a
minute.
Oh, the
strip
dance
walk.
you
Listen.
do before you get in the circle when you're warming up?
Wally got the
Yeah.
That's
sweatshirt
the,
on. She really looked like she was a B-girl,
That's how
yo.
girls get ready for they double dutch. That's the dance.
Yeah, it is that.
When they be
It's-
holding the big titties down. You ever see a
Yeah.
girl
Yeah,
jumping
they be
double
like-
dutch and
Yeah.
them titties be big as hell?
Yo, see,
And
let me
everybody
tell
on
you
the
something.
street stop.
He
and
remembers.
They just be hoping.
He
that
just
titty pop out.
remembers
Just
the
saying.
girl who got the titties first in the
First, yeah.
neighborhood, and Garnett remembers that as a young bull, and he was watching to see when they take their hand off their chest to let the titties go.
Bought a lot of ice cream. Bought a lot of ice cream, man. That's when what's the Mrs. Soft used to come through the block.
Oh, okay.
Always.
Do you so you still buy ice cream?
No.
Oh, do
Good-
you buy
good
waters?
off ice cream.
Do you buy waters?
From time to time.
Okay, from the kids when they out here hustling, doing what they
Definitely
doing.
support.
We
yeah.
won't talk about that because we know somebody is in the news. Recently, for something having to do with the kids and buying waters. That little water
I
hustle.
actually give them like an extra $1 or $2, on
Right.
top.
You know what?
Maybe a cool $5.
You know what? That sounds like a rich dude. Can we hear a rich nigga call?
That one lacked a little bit. Shit, that was a little
You
lackluster.
might need a little water right now.
Oh,
I wasn't prepared
Look,
for that.
hey,
I
look.
forgot that call existed.
And look who you next
Hold
to.
on.
She keep a big jug of
She-
it.
yeah.
I got water ready at all times. Fiji.
so is that how you? That's how you supply the kingdom?
You gotta supply the kingdom with
That's what
water.
it is.
Oh.
You don't want me to drive. It's gonna be like this. It's gonna be
Shout
like
out to Fiji.
He said, "Shout
Shout out to Fiji.
That's Garnett Briscoe, stand-up comedian, a philanthropist, and all those extra things. And real estate agent.
facts.
You know what I mean?
Boom. Big bomb drop on that.
Boom.
Sorry.
Yeah, we don't fuck
And-
around with
and
the
weather forecaster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. A weather forecaster.
I
And
do
next,
that from time to time.
to the right of him, we have breakdancer. That's something that we found out. She got her hair up in a little bun, John. You know
All
what I
I
mean?
need is a bandana.
Yeah, hair tied, all of that, no makeup on, got her motherfucking sweat suit vibes, and she was just doing the B-girl step joint, and I was impressed
Yeah.
a lot. You know what I mean?
I actually took a B girl like a breakdancing class. And right here at what's this place on 130?
Atrium?
The Atrium Studio. There was two
How
black
do you know
guys.
this?
You probably know these black guys. It was two of them. They were like into b-boying and
Listen.
dancing.
Listen,
might be around the same age as Devin Wade.
They're actually younger than me. I remember them hiding in a closet with this chick I used to mess with. They was chilling with her sister.
Okay.
And they had to hide in the closet, and Mom Dukes found
wow.
found one of them in the closet at
That's
the crib.
crazy.
But they was on America's Best Dance
Yes,
Crew
yes.
and all that shit. Shout out to Andrew.
Yes,
Yo, shout out to them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they taught me that little move. I forgot what that move is called, but yeah, I know like a little quick little step thing. I learned a couple things out here.
Oh, they taught you a couple things, or
I mean, in regards to breakdancing.
okay. Oh, Garnett, was her titties bouncing when she was doing the move?
I didn't see him.
Okay.
I tried.
You know, I ain't
not to.
really got no. I ain't really got no titties. But when I was playing Double Dutch, I did put my hand on my
Thanks
chest
for
to
sharing.
act like I.
Oh,
No,
you
because
act like-
any titty bounce hurts.
Yeah, facts.
If you have titties that are at least a B cup
Tell us
and it
more.
bounce, it hurts.
So titties
That's
are
all I'm
like
saying.
big nuts.
Basically,
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I don't have nuts, so I
that
can't.
is a crazy
Can y'all jump
revelation
up
we
and
just
down
came
and your
to.
nuts hurt?
Wait.
If you bounce the wrong way, yeah.
Wait.
It's capable of hurting. Yeah.
Wait.
Like
Nuts
if you
is-
were running really
Nuts
fast.
are the most
Okay, so
sensitive
like I
area
can't run
on
on the
man.
treadmill. Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Nuts are the most sensitive area on the man. So
That's
is that what
why
you're
we
It's
saying?
not the
support-
most sensitive for women.
Can you
but
get punched in your titty? Like, would that be
mean-
crucial?
It would, but it depends on where you're punching the titty. Like if you punch me in my chest, it's not really gonna.
But the titty,
Yes.
the
A
titty.
titty is the whole thing.
right.
Because when
Like,
you said,
but the boob
when
and the
you
nipple
said-
is two different things.
When you said if you run and the titty just jump from running, and it hurts. To
Yeah.
me, that's pretty sensitive.
Yeah.
To me,
Yeah,
that's
it
pretty
does, it
sensitive.
hurts.
And because the nuts for us is the most sensitive area. Now, don't get me wrong, my nuts don't hurt when I run. I run a lot.
I'm about to say, nigga, you got to
No,
check
no,
you
no,
for
no,
testicular
no,
cancer if the nigga's nuts.
My nuts don't hurt from running, but I still know that just the nuts is a very delicate area.
Yeah, but
right,
it's,
G?
listen, it's different. If you punch, if a woman got hit in the titty, it's not going to hurt anywhere else, right? It's just the titty.
Right.
Yeah.
See, when you get hit in your nuts, it makes your stomach hurt.
I feel that shit in my ankle.
Yeah,
In places that my whole body,
ankle?
You shouldn't
everywhere.
feel it.
Everything shut
I
down.
get it hitting the nuts or
Man.
anything.
That's why y'all fall down.
It's a
Automatic.
shut. Yeah,
That's like
it's a
a
shut
shut-off
off.
button.
Yeah, it is a shut off button for sure.
Oh, now
It's
we
a
know.
shut off button.
It's like a shut off
So don't
button.
come
That's
from-
why
You get a
when
nigga in his nuts,
no
he going-
means no, kick him in the nuts.
Facts.
Not
Yes,
if you're grown,
ladies.
but if you're if you're
Shoot
a kid,
him in the head.
that's what you do.
Real shit. You kick a nigga in the nuts, you're going to have a moment to go ahead and think of something else.
Absolutely.
You need to have a plan.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the nut kicker, Waleska D in the building.
Hello, beautiful people.
And to the right of her, of course, this man.
Hold on. The way he looked at me, what you about to do?
Nah, it was the fucking me the way I looked at you. It was the way you was looking at me.
Ah, shit.
You know what's
Tensions
the problem?
fly.
He always thinking somebody. Remember, he thought you was winking at him on the last episode.
You
Like,
think
Well,
that?
I did.
Hold
yes,
on,
he
who the fuck
said it on the show. He was like, "Nigga, what you was winking at me?"
He did.
And you was like, "Nah."
Look at my boy. He like, what the fuck is
say
this?
nah.
Yeah, you was
What the
winking
fuck
at
is
Sin
that
or
bitch?
some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Something
Yeah, it
needs
was
to go
something,
back.
Shout
I
out to
remember
Sin.
that.
Shout-
between you and Sid, and I just caught it. I like
Oh, you
intercepted
thought
it.
Yeah.
it was. Yeah,
And, it was my bad. I should have known.
You was
she
looking
was
at
behind me.
Cynthia.
But back to this one. I'm about to get a dope intro. Like, that's all. I'm about to get a dope intro when I
I'm
turn.
ready for it.
Yeah, but why you looking at me? Why?
Cause you looked at you went like this. So I want to know what's this? Go ahead.
Yeah, man.
So-
just
So,
go, man.
listen, that's Wally Water Kingdom. And to the right of her is the water stealer. And I don't mean rape or anything like that. I mean the water stealer. Because he
That's
literally
legit.
stole. Yeah, matter of fact, that looks like the water right now that you're drinking.
This
Puerto
the,
Rican.
bigger, this the
It is.
bigger
Yes, it
brother.
is.
Nah, this the
Devinwade
bigger-
it is.
This the bigger brother. They was the little bros we was fighting over.
Before I introduce this man, Waleska D was upset because Porter Rich took her water and drank it after he ate vagina or something of that sort.
Facts.
And now,
It might have not
We
been
don't
right
even know
after.
that. Yo,
First
he's
of all-
gassing it
first
up.
of all, listen,
He's got.
hold on,
Dev's
It's been a
gassing
minute
it
since
up.
anybody has got the hurricane.
I got your
tongue.
back. Hold on. I got your back, Porter. Dev is gassing it
I'm
up.
not gonna say he ate vagina that day.
Exactly.
But he's definitely ate some vagina within that time frame, and that's 100%
I mean, he could
factual.
be saying the same shit about you regarding like
I'm
something.
not
Something
yeah,
that's like wild as super wild,
bro.
Yo,
And
she
Dev's
sucked
over there
that within the
laughing. He
last
set
3
this whole
months.
up
Don't
thing
drink
up.
off her. That's wild.
But he drunk off of me though, so that's if I did
Yeah.
any of those type of activities, is my water. So, but he decided.
but you wouldn't have told him
what if he drunk? If I like had some
if you
penis juices.
would you would have let it like I ain't gonna tell Rich, I'm gonna let him live, or
Nah,
would you
I'ma
would have
tell-
said, yo, Rich, honestly, I just sucked at it.
right?
She not gonna say
Listen,
that.
no, hold on. I'm gonna tell you about a legend. I know. Hold on. He knows where I'm going. He knows where I'm going. Shout out to this legend, this legendary female.
Only one.
Shout out to Yvette. Shout out to Big Vet, yo, because Vet is a legend. She made sure that niggas didn't drink off the bottle.
Yeah.
She let niggas know. Hold on. In a timely, in some fat,
What'd she say?
I sucked on something, and I don't want you to drink off this. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all.
I think right now
think
where
that's
me and Wally
respectful.
at, she would say it in a slightly different way, but Wally is heading there.
No,
She
I
was
wouldn't
soon to
be
say
that vulgar.
not-
But I'd be like, yo, Richie, like.
But you're
I don't
getting
think
worse. You're on your way to vulgarness.
You know what it is? It's just like I like to be raw and just like keep it 100. I don't like to sugarcoat it. So if I'm
Wally be
gonna
like,
tell
no,
you-
Rich, I haven't been on my vegan shit. Like,
She like to keep her Pop
I've
Tarts
been
without the
heavy on the
sugar on
meat.
top.
That's a good way to say it.
I like that.
that's a
I
cute,
like
right?
that.
That's
Yep.
a dope little way.
But that wasn't the scenario though. So
I've been in the deli section, Rich.
that's the Thurman Street Pumper already.
Yeah,
Y'all
right.
already know.
The Thurman Street Pumper Porter Rich. Yeah, she fucked your intro
know
up.
what it
And
is.
to
It's all love.
and to the left of me, we have the greatest DJ on the planet Earth. All you battling DJs, all you scratch masters. I don't give a fuck if you all y'all niggas know niggas that invented hip hop. Nobody's better than our DJ Chelsea fucking Lee. Can we get the motherfucking moan? That was a consensual moan right there. That was like
country sex. That was like sex to the motherfucking barn. Yes, sir. Howdy.
Sometimes you gotta get that country slang.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yes.
you do show like a tang of like country accent sometime. I ain't gonna
Facts.
front. She do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
you know?
no, for real. She
I like the
definitely
country.
does. Yeah, she got a country accent, man. What's going on today, man? What the fuck is we even here to talk about?
So many things out there.
It's crazy. We opened up with a whole like
Facts. Well,
baby
we
topic, baby
facts.
episode.
Well, we talked
the
about the
water.
water. We didn't get the water shake that we normally get in the building. Then y'all
I
fucked
know I
up.
didn't bring
We
my
drank-
water
We
bottle.
ain't got
we
enough
drank
water
most
in
of
here.
the- Yeah,
Okay,
they
there we
don't
go.
have
It's
water.
not enough water.
That's a light.
All right, there you go. There y'all go.
But-
So, but to the water because we want to talk
Yeah.
about this right now.
To
You know
the-
what I'm saying?
To the water, just to get to the real thing. I think it was something that happened with Meek, and I don't know if it was old or if it's current because now they're saying that I think it's an old video
That just resurfaced.
that resurfaced where Meek Mill is somewhere. It looks as like he's down south somewhere. These kids had like a
In
southern
Atlanta.
accent
Yeah.
to me, if I'm not mistaken. And he's somewhere where he's surrounded by like a lot of little inner city youngins, and they was pretty much hustling. They water hustle, which they do in a lot of areas, cities like mine. Camden, New Jersey, Philadelphia, wherever. You'll catch kids on the corner, red lights where they know intersections be at, especially trafficy joints. And they try and get they hustle on in the summertime. They going to get the big 24 pack for like $3-4 at Pathmark, ShopRite, whatever, Poland Spring joints, whatever they get. They come back with their coolers. They sit in there and they keep them on ice for you, keep them nice and chill, which I think is dope. It's a cool way to do it. It's convenient for the people. You get a cold water, you know what I mean, and you respect they hustle. And it was one of those type scenarios from what I know of it. And from what I see, it's a lot of people, like I know Meek Mill is catching a lot of flack because I believe that when I first read the first headline, it was like Meek Mill gives these kids $20. And it was like disrespectful, like kids in the hood selling water and you gave them $20 and you told them to split it. This what I believe, what I seen Meek Mill catching flack for when I first got wind of this incident. But then as I kind of like looked into it, because I didn't really jump on it from the rip. It wasn't nothing like crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I know how people is. I know how people like from the outside looking in is, how people like to talk shit, just spectating, especially the internet period. But when I did kind of like look into the situation and catch videos of it, like I caught videos from different ends and I just got different feelings about the whole shit. Like, and after I touch on this real quick, I pass it on y'all to my family, let y'all chime in and then whatever. But I just got different feelings on kind of like what I seen. And first and foremost, like nobody owes anybody anything out here. First and foremost. Right? Like, I don't think celebrities or somebody who put in work or grinded to get wherever they going, like, owe somebody. Like they obligated to do anything of like when it comes to like charitable, giving away, whatever the case may be. But in this situation, these kids was hustling. It wasn't a giveaway thing. They was hustling. They was selling waters. I don't know where it got misconstrued at, where Meek was like being asked to give more money because I guess he donated some money and didn't even probably take a water.
Right,
Or
right.
maybe-
So it
or-
wasn't even a purchase. So
Right,
that
it
isn't.
wasn't-
So he did
right,
hand
wasn't
out
even a
one.
purchase. He
Okay.
may have just taken the water. Who knows? I don't know. But and from the video I seen Meek give out more than just one bill. I'm not even going to sit here and lie in front and say I could see the bills. I seen what they were. They were 20s. They were 50s. I don't know what the fuck was the bills was.
Could have been a 10.
Could have been 10s. Could have been hundreds. Could have been 50s. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. I know he was just passing out some bills. They could have been 10s, 20s, whatever. And not only was he passing out these bills, but these young kids was
Aggressive.
A little aggressive. These young kids was a little aggressive to the point where they was like snatching the money. They was trying to snatch the money from whoever he was like trying to hand it to. They would try to take the money from them first. And then it even got to the point, if I'm not mistaken, because I told Wally, it's a video going around where it's from like one angle, but then I seen a different video where it's a
passenger
different
side.
angle, and there's a little younger guy who's almost crying that me and Dev
Yeah, that's
spoke
why I
about.
was wondering. I was like, is that a different video?
Right, because no, but it's the same
Oh, it
video.
is,
It's the
okay.
same video because the other guy, I know they was all together. The other bigger guy that I'm seeing in the version that Wally showed me. And my whole thing is, it got to the point where they was snatching money out of like Meek Mill's hands, or they was attempting to snatch it as he was trying to hand it to other guys.
Which we know.
And-
These is kids.
And
You know
I
what
just
mean?
want to say this, like, yes, these are kids. These are our kids. These are our little bros, right? But for one, just on one aspect of this, yeah, it's cool. If we up and we successful, yeah, you want to look out. Meek could have looked out, but whatever Meek decided to do, whether
He
it's
did
20,
look out though.
right? And he did look out, right? And he did look out, you know. And that's what I was gonna say, G. Like, I just feel like whatever he decided to do, whether it's $20 or $200, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's that man's choice. That's that man's.
That's
you know,
his
he was
prerogative. Whatever
right.
he wants to give. Remember, he even asked the kids, like, what am I giving y'all this money for, essentially? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? I know
What
y'all
am I
got-
supporting?
What am I
Yeah.
supporting? And
Yeah.
it wasn't even saying that. Then one of the kids was like showing the water or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just more like Porter Rich said, like, whatever he wants to do with his money,
Right.
it's
It
his
seems-
prerogative.
but-
It doesn't really
But
matter.
people always going to have an opinion
Because he
about
has more money.
anything you do. They're going to judge whether or not you should have did more, even if they see like Meek Mill give out 500 bikes or some shit like that.
Which
One day
he does
He
a
does.
lot.
like yeah, right, right.
Look back
Donates to the
giveaways.
community,
Right.
At least here in the Philadelphia, South Jersey
I
region.
think
a lot.
what happened in this situation, and this is just I'm trying to look at it from different people's point of view because we all agree. We all have the same agreeing point of view on this one. But from other people's point of views, I think if he made a mistake, his mistake was filming this particular thing, right? Because the footage came from him. It
Right.
didn't come. So basically what happened was, I guess in people's minds, when he went to show a part of his life, because that's what we do when we put something up on Instagram, whatever he decided to show for the people that I guess got so used to watching him. So if a person watches Meek all day and he says like, what do you call that? He says something about like for motivational purposes only. It might be like 200 bands on a table, some chains, a bunch of shit. When he went and did this, it wasn't in the same stunting level that probably the people that follow him
That are
was
used to.
accustomed to seeing. So now they're going to attack whatever he's doing when he didn't have to give nobody a motherfucking cent. He didn't have to. He could have kept it pushing on the road if he wanted to. But in Meek's own PR, if you know you got to be PR for yourself, he'll probably, if he wants to continue to give the way he gives, like I do want to give the kids 20. He won't film it again. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because the people, every time we film something, we're talking on these mics right now, there's somebody judging the words that's coming out of my mouth right now, the words that come out of your mouth. You know what I mean? So that's just come with a part of it. But on the real, Meek can spend his money however the fuck he want, and he's already given back plenty and will continue to do so. You can't tell a person how much to give, when he going to do it and all that shit, bro.
I just felt like, and I wanted to touch on it. I just felt like, again, like, you know, I think we kind of like always so accustomed to just doing the norm, doing the normal things, especially when it comes to like stuff that I feel like be toxic for us. Like them young kids that was out there in that video, you know, they more like our little brothers. You know, even if they was down south, me all the way from Philadelphia, if we talking unity, we talking about like teaching, uplifting, each one teach one type shit to the youth, changing the game, what's going on right now with all these young kids killing each other and shit like that. Meek was sitting there like really trying like just, you know, even though whatever he donated, he was just sitting there trying to have a conversation and actually, you know, get some conversation going. Like, you know, what are y'all doing? What are you supporting? Whatever, you know, versus I seen a lot of people just glorifying the wrong thing. I seen a lot of people just trying to like, you know, oh, the young wolves, you know, Meek disrespected the young wolves, the young water boys. Like, you know, that's why the young niggas be getting at niggas. That's why the young niggas be very, like, and I just think that's like a battery, you know, that we always quick to like stick in the fucking back of these young guys. And when in all actuality, because I was a young kid before, right? And I was a young kid, you know, that they used to get like these break-offs, right? From like guys in my community. And these guys were street guys. I was a street kid. I was always, once I got of age and got off the porch, I was always like at the arcade trying to find a hustle, trying to hustle for a store around the way or something, you know, before I got in the streets, you know, just knee deep myself. But all the older guys, there was a lot of older guys in my area, like especially the ones that got money that was in the streets. They used to kind of like take a liking to me. And I used to like have a good relationship with them. I used to do favors for them. I'd run to the store. I'd, you know, whatever they need, whatever they asked me to do. And it was never really nothing too crazy, you know, for the most part. And I would get my little break-offs and it was always respectful. Like I never can recall a time when I was like damn near trying to snatch some money out of somebody's hand that was trying to give it to me that was like an OG. Right. Or for real, I'm gonna be honest with you. The type of motherfuckers that I used to be around, Jamaican Gilly, you know, shout out to his daughter. His daughter is like, you know, that's my people. She good people. Dudes like Jamaican Gilly, Jamaican Larry, you know, and these are just like some of the rule boys that I'm talking about that I had relationships with when I was young. Mm-hmm. Like if you'd have did some shit like that, my nigga, that could have cost you your life. Like even as a young guy. Like, cause people really like, you know, just respect, man. Respect is everything, and we need to be teaching our little bros respect. I ain't got no problem with, you know, giving back and breaking off, but I just feel like
it has to be a respect level.
At the same time, we got to teach other stuff, not glorify the wrong stuff,
right?
Not take stuff and turn it into bullshit, you know, for just laughs and shit like that. And
because a person saying something like, "Oh, that's why the young wolves do this and do this, do this," is basically you're telling people and putting the battery in people back to
all
say
the time.
To say this. It's to say this. If niggas is, if you catch a rapper in your hood and he riding through or whatever like that, he ain't pay nobody bills out here or he ain't nobody no money. Kill that nigga. Rob that nigga.
It sends the wrong message. Yep. It's literally sending. But is it true? Maybe kids or whoever may feel disrespected, but that's not how you supposed to feel. Why do you feel disrespected? Because somebody donated money to you. It wasn't in your liking.
It wasn't the amount that you think.
Right. And yeah, it don't matter if he's a millionaire or not. I mean, who's going into McDonald's and leaving everybody $100 bill on a daily basis? Like this guy, I'm pretty sure gets asked not only by family members,
Yes.
but people he never met in his life before have the nerve to always ask him for something. That has to be a difficult thing to take on. And not only just him, just a lot of people. You got to cut people some slack on that too. He's not obligated for that. And I really feel like it's also him teaching, you know, him telling them kids to split it.
Yes.
That's stuff that we had to do growing up. That just taught us how to share with each other. Hey, listen, I know today I ain't got nothing, but my cousin, he got $20. It's 4 of us. So we got $20 today.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got to find something to eat. We got to figure out what to do.
That's how I came up. Yep.
It may not have been the right delivery to whatever message he was trying to send. And like Dave has said, if anything, just what's the purpose of the video? Honestly, is the only question. What is the purpose of the video? What are you trying to show or prove?
Do we think he released that video though?
No, I mean,
I think because if I'm
they
not
said
mistaken,
he
no,
put it up.
no. It's definitely his video, and it's
like
like this. Even him, like showing the video. Like I don't even have a problem with him showing the video.
Me either.
I'm just saying once you show a video, right? So me and Chalk give out sneakers and we do all types of shit. Depending on what the person thinks my level of finance is, whatever like that. If I hand out 10 pairs of sneakers, there's always somebody that's just like, only 10?
Mm-hmm.
You only gave 10 kids sneaks? It's like, yeah, I gave
Could have
10.
been 0.
Right. You only gave, but it could be the same with, you only gave 20 kids sneaks. People do it with anything. You know how many inboxes I get of, your show should be putting light on this. You should be doing this. It's like, I do put local artists on my show. You know what I'm saying?
It's partly because of social media too, and because when you see the things happen, like people do it all the time. But like Garnett said, growing up and, here's $20, that's your snacks or your lunch for the week, whatever. You learned how to split it with yourself for a couple days. You share it with your family or and whatever friends you was hanging out with.
Your circle.
But on top of that, because Meek goes out there and does all videos, flash of money, and then he goes to this neighborhood and gives money to these kids. When these kids see it on social media, they expect to get the same thing. So they're all butthurt and it makes it look all bad. But he doesn't have to do it. And like Garnett said, what's the point of the video? But the point of the video is everybody don't have to get blessed all the time. And you don't have to count my coins just because I got a lot of money. Like rich people shouldn't be taken advantage of. If that was a regular dude and they did that, it would be no problem.
Right.
Nobody would have a problem with it.
Right.
So
it's like what people's expectations are when people try to give people anything, whether it's money, a platform, a crib, because a dude could be a rapper and buy his mom a fucking house, and people would be online like, that's the house he got her?
Bro, somebody I saw, August Alsina, I guess he ended up purchasing his mother like a Range Rover, not the I think it was a Range Rover Sport, the smaller one. And it was people complaining about that. Whereas like he just spent 60 grand for his mother. And somebody's complaining that it wasn't, I guess, the top notch or
people live in a
like good size for a mom. People
are living in a fucking fantasy land. I want to say this just like this for because this is directed towards some people that will hit me up. Our platform, we give a platform, we put everybody on possible. We make sure to showcase people's music, local artists that are not local, everyone. We give them a platform. The opening song that we had today, Chelsea Lee. Yes. The opening joint that we had today, who was the artist that was on that we was able to let them have a little joint or whatever like that?
The artist was Law X. He is an American rapper, but he's in London now.
Okay.
We've been following each other on Instagram. He's really dope. The name of the song was Colby.
Okay.
And
what is it?
Colby, like Colby cheese, but with a K.
Okay.
I thought the song was really hot. He had sent it to me and said, yo, we trying to get on the show. And I'm trying to get on the show. And I said, send over your stuff. And he was super professional. Yep. Sent over his pictures, sent over the link to his music. He actually spelled everything correctly.
Absolutely. He wrote us a message.
Yeah.
So this all kind of coincides together because this was the intro, the way he came to showcase his shit. He came professional, and it's the same way. We got to teach our kids how to like conduct themselves when they're expecting something, you know what I'm saying, and to be thankful. You know what I mean? Because that's the other part is handing somebody something like, I'm going to keep it real, bro. Like we stopped doing certain shit, like what I do, because you might go to a homeless shelter, men living in a shelter, and I'm talking about dudes my age, Garnett age, some younger, whatever. These dudes are sleeping on bunk beds that are all lined up. 100 guys, literally 100 be the cap, all in like a gymnasium type thing. You come there to bless the people, hit them off with clothes, cop them some sneakers. You might have got the boy some Kyrie's, and he like, I don't fuck with Kyrie's like that. You got some J's, you got some.
What?
No, this is real. This is what I'm saying, that people, people will be ungrateful and they don't even have, not have a house, don't have a room. You are in a room with 100 men. And you'll actually go through that where dudes is trying to like trade up or any other situation. Can you do this for me? Because I don't fuck with these
a woman asked me for change in Atlantic City, and I had like only like 50 cents. She was like, "That's all you got?" I said, "Well, you could give it back if you don't want the 50 cent. I will take it back."
Right? Like
she was like, "No, I'll take it."
But it's just like people are so
disgusted,
unappreciative, but it just shows like where the world is now, and like image is a thing. Like how you don't have anything, But like when someone is giving you something for free, it's not, to the standard of where you want it to be. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, because I kicked the coat on the floor. Like these niggas earlier, my friend surprised me and bought me a coat. And I was like, bitches, this ain't Gucci. You know I only wear Gucci coats. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that didn't happen. I appreciate my people. My people looked me out and listen. I ain't wore
shit only. Nigga.
Listen, I ain't wore a coat in like 10 years, yo.
We heard you.
Yeah,
we heard you loud and clear. We knew you ain't have a coat. We knew you was running around with hoodies, mad hoodies.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just never wear coats. It feels weird to be doing, but I'm about to be coated up. Yeah, big coat style. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen. Real quick, before we go off of that shit, not to get off of your coat. We love your fucking coat. We love you. We
better wear that shit
Love
everywhere.
y'all,
too.
man. Appreciate y'all.
You
Wear that shit in the summer,
nigga. Before we move on to the next thing, which kind of like involves coats and hoodies, but I want to touch on just that mental health thing where we said a lot of people was out here, not even mental health, but we said a lot of people that's out here like homeless and like asking for things and then get mad and things of that nature. That's what I want to touch because I think it's like a concoction. I think it's like in not every case. You got a lot of cases that may be different on their own. And I'm mentioning this because I actually just ran into something, where I dealt with something at my job with like a guy laying in front of my job and he was like homeless. It looked like, I don't know, and y'all know I work with like kids. And the guy had his like camera like facing like my job doing something like weird. I don't know. And then I came out. It was something me and him had like a few words back and forth. I'm actually got to go to court for it. Like this guy's pressing charges on me. Like, and I got to go to court for it. But I think he's really like in a lot of the shit we dealing with homeless people. Like it's like mental health situations. Like motherfuckers is really out there like losing like their real life. Like they real life. They lost grips with like they real life where like. It's just crazy, man. You don't even know because I can only imagine like what it feel like to give some of these people money. Like, cause I know I give homeless people, but I ain't never experienced that in a minute where somebody got like mad. But I just feel like it's definitely like a mental thing. It's not just people like just out there like being broke, mad because they broke. I think it's more or less like they lifestyle combined and all of that shit that's making people like react like that, like snap and in a, you know what I mean, like in an angry fashion. I think we just got to be mindful. Just kind of like
you got to be mindful how you handle it.
Yeah,
I deal with it at work too. We have a lot of people that's in the city of Philadelphia that's just roaming the streets. A lot of these people previously were on drugs and aren't on drugs, and a lot of people are getting laid off. They don't have any money, and they're going through all these things and just do not know how to handle what they're going through.
No, I was gonna say, is it like just going back to the ungrateful thing? Have y'all had like kids or like nephews, something that y'all have purchased something for and they've been like mad ungrateful? Or have y'all been ungrateful for like gifts previously growing up?
My niece is probably the main, and this might go for a lot of kids. When you buy them clothes, they don't want to look at the clothes on Christmas. They want to go straight to the toys.
Hell yeah.
The clothes, but it's just like, would you rather have the clothes or would you rather not have nothing on your back? Or would you want to play with this that you only gonna play for the first 3 days and then that's it?
Let me tell you. I'd have had my dick. I'd have had my dick swinging as a kid with some Transformers in my hand for certain. Let me tell you. Listen.
That's a wild statement.
Yo, I'm just saying. Yo,
niggas never cared about clothes.
I hated that they filled the boxes up on Christmas.
But was that ungrateful though?
It is. But kids don't have a concept of like,
they
don't know how much stuff costs.
And it's just those are necessities. Like kids don't give a fuck. That's why a lot of people that dress their kids and like put all this stunt and shit on their kids. It's really not a practical thing to do.
It makes no sense.
So this could be a whole fucking episode.
Done.
It could be a whole fucking episode because I don't want to lose what we're saying, but I want to say this. So Garnett, please keep us on point on what we're talking about, right? But that just reminds me of like when I see a person and let's say they dress like Wally. They got some Wally shit on, right?
Right.
But let's say Wally got her kid and he dressed in some regular shit. Like
me.
Some nice Target.
But he on some Target, but he
I love Target.
But when he eats spaghetti, he's gonna spill it all over his shirt. He's a child. He can't. then you mad at them. I see people yelling at their kids when they spilling shit on them and shit like that because
You should have put him in a poncho.
Right, for real. No, real shit.
Like, he's gonna make a mess.
Right, so it's like, you know that kids are going to dick sneakers. They run around. It's like, you fucking up your sneakers. It's like, nobody told you to put the new J's on this child, but people will judge people if they got the J's. I see memes and shit like, you got on J's, but your kids got on whatever the Air Ones, whatever. It's like, people, it's different. Kids don't take care of things. They're children. Right. They going to dick them, outgrow them. They're going to trash them. Like, that shit's funny, but that just made me think of that real quick. But like you said, the ungrateful thing or whatever like that, kids don't give a fuck. I'd have probably been on the same time, Wally, like, I'm going to the toys. You in the outfits. You want to dress that child more than they want to get dressed.
I don't care.
That's an absolute fact.
I'm buying all basics. Pick out your own outfit to the kid.
As far
You got
as-
red,
listen,
green, black, blue, pink.
How old was the kid, real quick?
My niece is 7.
Listen,
Yeah, she's
kids,
still
listen. Kids can get that. Adults, y'all need to be the fuck grateful. If you're homeless and you're dealing with some mental health shit, we're gonna try to bear with you. We're gonna try to talk to you. Because I even feel bad about that situation I mentioned. Going forward in the situation, I want to try to see if I can help this man some type of way. Because I never really touched him, and he told me I saw it. It was just crazy. But yeah, like,
just be mindful, people. Just be
peace,
mindful
man.
of
Peace and love, man. Like, and it's hard to explain that to people that's going through like certain shit though, because.
They don't understand. They don't understand what they're essentially going through.
Listen, man, it's some people going through some stuff out here, man.
No, very, very. We're in a spiritual warfare, people.
It's only going to get worse because all these kids go on social media and they see, everything is so easily obtained. They think everything is so easily obtained.
It is upside down. And the social media, like I just told Chalk, shout out Sneaker Box Chalk earlier, because that's who I do New Souls Inc. with, and we're going to be doing a sneaker giveaway. We're going to end up like copping like 50 pairs of sneaks for kids or whatever in the next couple weeks, man. And we just talk about all types of different.
Size 9, 9.5.
Yo, this nigga.
6 and boys.
That's when you see. That's when you see a nigga walk up and he trying to say his son wear 13s. His son got on 8 pairs of socks to act like he got 13, so the dad could go get some joint. You gotta really.
My son gonna be 6'9". That's why.
you gotta vet the shit out of people, man.
Yes, you do.
No, it's a fact, bro, because you know how motherfuckers is gonna be coming, bro. Huh? Well, go ahead and say it.
No, Saturday.
What's happening on Saturday, dog?
Never mind. Skip it. No. We not here.
Nah.
Skip it.
I know exactly what. I know exactly. No.
We not,
so inside joke. Sorry for the fans at home. We can't talk about it. But yeah, we gotta vet motherfuckers. 100%. Because you gotta watch niggas. Yeah. You gotta watch niggas. But I don't know where we was going with that.
Well, anyway, social media.
Yeah.
So what you were saying about social media.
So with social media, I just think when people watch it, when they see it, they can't help but it starts making you look at your own life like you're not doing enough. You're not getting enough. You're not buying enough. This thing that a person, bought for you ain't enough. Because if you follow a bunch of people and, they get in the car from their dude, you follow somebody, you seeing, they got this in their house, because when they take pictures in their crib or videos in their house, you see what kind of TV they might have. Right. You see what kind of stuff they got in their crib, and now you looking at your own life like, damn, I don't got the 80-inch.
Can I share something that you're saying that? Yeah. Today I had a rough day, guys. Like, today was a very rough day for me. I'll be going up and down with my emotions, and you guys all know I'm coming out with a brand and all this, and I'm on the show and all this stuff. And it's funny that you say that. It's because when social media is a problem. It is. And I am victim to it, because I can definitely say sometimes when I look at other brands and I see how successful they are and all that, I'm like, damn, like, my stuff is not even half as good as that. Like, how am I supposed to like drop something? Like, how am I, like, I never think what I've done is enough. It's unfortunate that I think like that, but it's just like, sometimes I get out that space and I start going hard, but sometimes I do think like that. And today I get super emotional because today was a rough day. It was one of those days that I'm trying to work super hard towards something, and we be like looking at social media, and I need to stop doing that. No. But I'm definitely victim to that too, because you be just sitting there looking all day, like scrolling and seeing like, this person just launched this. Oh, this person just launched it. And the problem is like, I see all the hard work I do. We don't see all the hard work they do.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? We don't know what they doing. And we kind of get caught up in that.
But look, you also, not only do you not see the hard work they're doing, you don't guessing people's what kind of machine people have behind them is impossible.
Yep.
You just don't know. And I'm not saying a person's not doing it. Maybe they are just, they figured out a hustle, but sometimes people don't know, like, well, the reason why that person can do that is because they have a angel investor. They have this, they have that, where they could just push buttons or have failures.
Yep.
So one of the things with creating a business and can be frustrating, like I could feel what Wally Payne on is, you go into creating something, you're trying to develop something, you get it made, you get your product back, and it's not correct. So then you got to go get it remade all over again. You're losing 2 bands, then 3 bands, then 5 bands, but you don't even got. That's just to develop to get to where you're at. So you might be looking at something as a simple sweatsuit outfit, whatever the case may be, and you don't realize that this person, or as a working person, just sank $8,000 into getting to this one item. They selling one item ain't even enough. They're trying to make these other things that go along with it, and social media can stop you from having tunnel vision. Because in before social media, whatever you're working on, you're just working on that. You can't see the inner
20 other
workings
people,
or whatever, right?
who did it.
All this other stuff popping up on your feed every day. Even things like you had an idea, and next thing you know, you see somebody that's more popping with you have that idea, and they didn't take it from you. They had it too. But now you see that, and now you disheartened with, fuck, man, I'm, a third through building that myself. I got to take it to the scraps because so-and-so got it, and they've got, 900,000 followers. You know what I'm saying? And it can be disheartening, and there's a lot that go into that, but you have to remember that you don't know what other motherfuckers is dealing with.
You don't have all the answers, Sway.
Yeah, and remember that this is said a lot. It is a highlight reel. I've never put up an argument with me and my girl. Do me and my girl have arguments? Fuck yeah. But it serves me no purpose to put up an argument of me and my girl. You see me and my girl together doing fun shit. So if a person is watching my relationship even, and they looking and they like, shh, look at this nigga going, look, he good, he did it. And in they house, they beefing, they comparing relationships. Oh, this nigga, man, I know niggas that, this ain't just the flossing and fly shit I'm just talking about. I know niggas that really stunt about how much they make, what the other business they're invested in, and really play a certain role. Like they got some good shit, but they turn it up a notch and make it look like something else. And a person will look and be like, what am I doing wrong?
Right.
Homie got all this, all that. Nah, go to his crib. Really be in there. Hear him and his wife really argue. You know what I mean? She telling him, you need a second job. These bills is adding up around this month. They got the same problems as you.
And also, I just think that we all are creatives and we create entrepreneurs and we all get into stuff and we got ideas. We just got to focus on us. It's not even about the other people, because that's going to happen whether you on your phone or not. You got to realize that you special and that you got something that the world need. And you got to be able to just put that out and bust your ass. And like Dev said, have that tunnel vision where you just focused on your product. You focus on this, and it's always going to be losses, especially when you're doing something within a clothing business. Like that's an instant loss. They
really say you're not an official business until you get sued. Not to be funny, but I'm saying I was sued on some bullshit. But they say until you get a lot of drama, until you get a lot of drama or deal with some downs and losing some money and like some shit you get, because that's how you really appreciate the struggle when you finally make it. If you watched Lil Wayne's podcast, he had the guy, I don't remember his name, but he's owner of the tequila that Lil Wayne makes. But he pretty much came on the show and said he almost had to sell his whole house. He went broke because he couldn't make the liquor. And he came up with the Ace of Spades and all that thing. It's that company. Okay. And he said, damn, like I had failed so many times. Not to say you're going to fail so many times. Nobody. You are, though. But you do. You will. Yeah. But he said he failed so many times where he thought he wasn't going to make it, but he kept believing in himself, but other people didn't believe in him anymore.
Right.
And that last deal he made was the deal where it was just like blew up. You know, because you never know when that deal is going to be made. You never know when that right person is going to hear you or see you or notice something in you, or you're going to sell that piece to the right person who's going to want to help you, you know, get into a store. You never know.
It's only one yes. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
You could get a million no's. If a fucking big ass other designer said, listen, man, I love your shit. I want to collab and work with you. And then next thing you know, boom, you doing that. And it's weird how people react to that, because all of a sudden, like, a person could think, oh, that nigga trying to rap, man, he did. Then you sign a deal. Because one person said yes. And all of a sudden to people, oh, yo, he official. Yeah, you know he just got the deal.
Or at least he aight.
Yeah, right. Because it only takes, so you gotta stay focused, because entrepreneurs, definitely people that listen to this podcast, a lot of entrepreneurs, you heard Wally earlier, you ain't the only person that tear up about some shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I wanted to say. I just wanted to say that, you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, I'll get you tissue. Let me know next time. Like, my thing is, like, first of all, I appreciate you, though. I do appreciate you, because you know, like I told Dev, I think I told Dev like a while like this the other day when I was talking to him about you, and I think I've told you that I just feel like, you know, you really like just like becoming like one with like podcasting and the mic. And, you know, even with how we come when we say we the realest on the mics, and we come with a lot of truth and a lot of genuine shit and a lot of our real life shit, I think you doing a magnificent job at that. And I think with what we just seen, you know, you don't have a lot of people that come out and talk about shit like that, because that's like the real honest shit, like the real you. But it's like Dev said, a lot of people don't come out and talk about it how you just did, but we all do it. We all at the end, you know, we in a new time and day where like our phones is everything to everybody. This is 95% of the world right now where they able to have phones, and they fortunate enough to, you know, to be able to, you know, live this lifestyle. But for you to come out and say, yeah, sometimes today I had a rough day. I spent 2-3 hours or 2 hours of, you know, a lot of my time, and I was just scrolling and, you know, really like not doing nothing productive. I was comparing. I was looking at other people's things. And don't get me wrong, it's motivation for me at the same time. But at the same time, it's nature for you to compare, kind of like to a certain extent. You don't want to. You don't want to, because they tell you don't compare stories. Because a lot of times you coming in on their chapter 25, you on chapter 2, where you're not supposed to be comparing, right? But I do want to say that I think sometimes the competitor in us, because we all competitors. We all competitors. And I think our competitive nature is kind of like what triggers sometime when you see something and you like, I gotta like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But don't ever like, you know, just take it the wrong way. Don't ever perceive it the wrong way. Like you're not doing enough. And I think it's important for us to tell each other that. Yeah. Because, and that's why I appreciate people like y'all, you know, especially you know, who tell me all the time, like, no, Rich, you don't even understand what you're doing and what you've done. Because sometimes we won't notice it. Right. We be the last people to notice like what we've done in our hard work. You know, that's just like right now, us, you know, recognizing our friend with everything he's been going through and everything he's been having to go through to continue to push and pump this shit out and, you know, help with us, keep all of us together. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that shit be vital, because we do live in a world where it don't happen. It don't be like rare. You know what I mean? I mean, it is like kind of like a little rare, where we need more of it.
I think we need to be more honest. I feel like I think we do it on the show.
Yeah, no. 1,000%. And the reason why that is nobody's on the show trying to be cool. People is just on here telling the real. Sometimes we in that mood of like, yo, check out my shit. My shit hot. This what it is. And then some days it's like, yo, I got to keep it real with y'all. This shit is right. Shit is rough right now. You know, when y'all receive these you know, these episodes, man, a lot of man hours go into making these episodes. And, you know, I got I have, listen, when it comes to work, I do a lot of jobs, right? You know, I'm a person that creates a lot of shit. I design a lot of shit for a lot of people. Even if you ride around in the South Jersey area and you look at somebody's hair salon, fucking barbecue spot, whatever, these are all things, these logos and designs that you see on these joints all came out of my head, my hands. You know what I'm saying? And I lately have to turn down work and take a pay cut so that I could make sure that I devote enough time.
Pay cut, Dev?
Yeah, gotta take a pay cut.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta take a pay cut because to make up the hours that you do in your show is like, you know, I gotta do this instead of the work that pays very good. You know what I'm saying? And it is like, yo, man, look, I can't do that job. You got to find somebody else. Boop, boop, boop. And I'm picking and choosing. You feel what I'm saying? But
that's why we appreciate you, though.
And I
this
appreciate
is why
you.
we came together as a collective just to kind of like show the appreciation. And I say this all the time on the show. Dev does all the shit. He's literally everything. He does photography when he can. He does the video,
artwork.
the artwork, the editing. I mean, the nigga does it all.
Setting up.
The
But it
setting up.
ain't. But it ain't nothing new.
It ain't. And I think people need to recognize that because people don't recognize. Essentially, you're our boss. Essentially,
I'm not.
You're not. But that's how we kind of look at it. You get what I'm saying? Because you're doing
Partners.
a lot. Partners.
my
Yes, I like
guy.
that.
Ain't
But
my
like-
boss. Psych.
But
Nah.
he does. But he does
Balls.
a lot.
The way y'all keep saying it sounds a lot like balls. And I just.
See,
Yeah.
this ain't Garnett. We ain't talking about
But-
Garnett today.
Whoa.
But you know,
Leave my balls out of this.
but just know, find the good parts about the struggle, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Like, yeah, I might be taking an L on this, but I'm happy that I'm in a position to be able to take an L. So I literally have to say out loud to God, thank God, a lot of times during the day, because it's like I'm at least in that position. But we could go on forever about the gratefulness and things of that. We're gonna get into something else in the news. Damn it. It keeps happening over and over and over and over again. Rappers
Your little cousin.
getting locked up.
He wear hoodies too.
Yeah. Yeah, he wears hoodies too. Boogie
with the hoodie.
with the hoodie.
That's my guy too, man.
That is your guy.
A-Boogie
like
was my
A-Boogie.
guy.
No,
man.
that been your guy for a minute. No, he was
I fuck with
just
A-Boogie
forcing
music.
A-Boogie
He
music.
hard.
He was
A-Boogie
forcing it in
hard.
this studio.
You kept saying his music sounded like Nickelodeon music or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
It's
Yeah.
his voice. I feel like he could have a voice
Hey,
of a
Boogie,
character.
Yeah, so he's talking about 4 years ago probably.
Yeah.
And it was you know what it was? It was like it reminded me of Deja Loaf music. It was like that kind of, thing.
I love Dej too.
Yeah, she
so
hard too.
those light voices I had to get adjusted as an old nigga. But yeah, the boy was fire and everything like that. But damn, he's in a hot seat right now. What's going on with him?
So apparently he was arrested from the article that I read on he got brought up on drugs and guns charges.
Guns, multiple?
Guns, yeah, so
Or
yeah.
4 guns.
Where at?
Four guns. This
And
was
New
in New
Jersey.
Jersey.
Oh,
And-
that's a fuck, Pete. You fuck.
yeah, so he got
Bergen
caught with
County.
Hollow Tips. That's North Jersey, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
North
North
Jersey.
Jersey.
One of the richest counties in North Jersey.
Hollows.
One of the richest counties in New Jersey, period.
Hollows, they definitely
So
got made rules
this
for
was,
that specifically to
this
roof
was-
you.
This was following an incident that happened the night before for his 25th birthday party. There was supposedly a shootout.
How old is he?
25.
25.
25.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Yeah, he was at there was a shootout at his 25th birthday party in Teaneck. They had like I guess it was like at a club or something like that or whatever. And I guess
There was
they
a shooting outside.
they kind of linked it to him, and then they went in his crib, right? Garnett.
yeah, they ran down. They raided his house. That's where they found the guns. They found the drugs.
I think they said they raided like a security guard's house too,
So,
like
yeah.
his security.
They raided his security guard's house, but his security guard was with A-Boogie at the time, so he wasn't there. But they ended up
Okay.
raiding both houses. Yeah, I just wanted to. How do y'all feel about this?
Now,
This
I
is
just
another
gotta-
young artist, and in the news, in trouble, unfortunately.
It's like ridiculous. Like they're stacked on top
It's
of
like
each
they're
other.
doing
It's-
soup. It's
it's
all
crazy.
guns, drugs.
So in
But
the drugs
drug
thing,
was marijuana. It was
okay.
just weed.
So when they
weed.
say drug, because I wanted to be clear about
Some
that.
weed, some
Weed.
edibles.
No.
But it's always the
Yeah,
same
th-
stuff.
No,
It's
but I
always
wanted to
weed
be
and guns.
That's a
to be
good thing,
clear
yeah,
about
yeah.
that, because when you say guns and drugs, Garnett, lift the mic off the table. When they say drugs and guns, white. I mean, if y'all can see how Garnett's microphone setup is.
Can you lower it? Like, change
bro,
the angle?
his microphone
Looks like a
set up.
swan.
It was set up
Swan
like that
neck.
Bro,
already. I
his
ain't
John
change it.
looked crazy. He's something with him and these mics.
See?
And
That's why it was like that.
listen, don't you put it on the table and then you hitting the table. That's why you can hear pom pom on the mic.
Stop
that's
hitting
you.
the table.
Yeah. I'm trying to mix. Y'all don't know what that is? House
Wait,
party.
I was talking about Dave Chappelle.
Oh, see, I don't know what you're talking about.
But they were saying the drugs that they did from was marijuana, hashish, oil edibles, and drug paraphernalia commonly associated with the distribution.
Basically a bunch of nothing.
No.
We
It
get
was
high.
right.
The same
It-
shit
making
I
it-
probably
they
got in
making
my
it sound-
crib.
We
Right,
get high.
but when you say drugs, so what happens is when you say drugs, it makes it sound like drugs and guns. It makes it sound like he was, doing some extra stupid shit, like he want to still traffic drugs or something like
cocaine
that.
or heroin.
Right,
No.
like he was
They only
trafficking
had
drugs.
weed.
I
Right.
retract that statement. It was only weed. But to me, I don't look at weed as a drug. And
I
most people
understand.
can argue that. So when I say drugs and guns, I meant like just weed and guns because that's what most
Right.
people
Yeah.
get caught with nowadays.
Yeah, and people know, like, okay, we know the technicality of it, but we know all these proper ass motherfucking people all over the world smoke
And all
that
these
shit.
people in jail
Smoke
for it.
that
and it's
shit,
getting
smoke that
legalized.
shit, and come on, you know what I mean? But we know rappers are under attack. You know what I'm saying? You have to move totally different. And I don't got the answer because you live a lifestyle where you're under attack on both sides.
Yep.
You got street beef, you got cops. So what you going to do?
It's
Not have no
it's
pistols,
super fucked
not have
up.
no pistols and be sitting there. And at the end of the day, I want to be clear that I'm not condoning anything. I'm just telling you the mindsets of people and the things that they going through. Like when you looking at these rappers and you feeling like envious of their situation or whatever the case may be, they in situations that
You
they
don't even
created
know.
where they got beef in the street. They got robbers that they don't even have beef with, that just want to take something from them. They got to worry about the cops. And it could be a story of niggas ran in his crib and he didn't have a pistol and he did. Or cops ran in his crib and they found his pistol and now he locked up. And a lot of people rather be with the pistol than without it in a lot of cases. So
Oh, sad,
it's
man.
a sad, it's difficult situation. I don't feel envious for these rappers that's in these situations that they're in because they're constantly, and you want to know the only thing that I could imagine, I've never been locked up, and Porter Rich could tell me, maybe it's all the same shit. But in my imagination, worse than being locked up would be being locked up knowing I'm a millionaire and I got money out there and like a dope ass crazy life I could be living and I'm trapped in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing when I was already struggling to get meals and now I'm in jail and it's fucked up, but I got 3 coming.
Right.
I don't know what it feel like to be a millionaire in jail, but I definitely know that the times I was in jail and I had the most money saved was my worst times. I was like,
so that goes to
fuck
my,
that.
so
They're gonna blow everything while I'm in here.
Right, so
So
that's-
I can only imagine how a millionaire would feel.
yeah, like in Famous and everything, where if you are we talked about a Bobby Shmurda, he missed out on some prime years of making money, fame, all type of stuff, and just his life, youth, and had to spend that time. That has to be really trash. You know what I'm saying? That's a terrible feeling.
And it's crazy because it kind of like we talking about A-Boogie, the whole A-Boogie thing, the when you get older, the beef shit, the keeping it going. We don't know what exactly. I don't know if y'all know exactly what this shootout stemmed from that he's dealing with or whatever.
They don't say. They
Right.
just basically feel like they're saying that he was involved. His crew were involved.
Right. Okay. So we can't go too much into that because we don't have much on that. But what we can say is that just a lot of this stuff, the whole shit we've been talking weeks back, like, all these rappers getting killed. And then we see earlier, we spoke on the Meek situation. And we talking about how we like stick the battery in these young kids' backs at an early age and tell these young kids, nah, take it. Fuck that. That's why the young niggas take shit. That's why the niggas is wolves. That's why the niggas shoot shit. This and that. And don't get me wrong. It's real shit, but it's the wrong shit. It's the wrong shit. And we gotta stop like speaking it into existence and condoning that energy at such a young age. And I don't know, because sometimes I don't think I don't want to say like people be contradicting themselves by promoting negativity and then bitching later, like when something negative happened, when people die and shit like that. Because I don't think it's the same people all the time. I think it's some real toxic, negative people out here that really are push the negativity until shit happens, and then they go fucking duck somewhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They behind a fucking bush somewhere. But the shit starts young, point blank period is what I'm trying to say, that we just gotta watch the energy that we push and we promote. Like, we quick to like put that shit on our own people. Like that whole situation about the Meek shit. Meek is obligated when he go into any inner city, because he's from an inner city, the hood, and he made it out the hood, right? He's obligated to any inner city he's in to do all this shit for the kids, or it's damn near right and cool.
Right, it's
for
what they're
something to
saying.
happen to Meek by young wolves or young demons, whatever you want to call niggas, right? Like, this how we be talking sometimes, right? And it's almost reminds me of that same shit when we say people got to check in. You know, when we got different groups of people and different alliances of people where they say other people, famous people and people of notoriety, because that's the only people that we say it to and that we do it to. Like, oh, people got to check in when they come to the city or to the hood. Hold on.
I really want you to go talk about the check-in, please.
Yeah, no, I'm going there because it's like, it's more toxic shit. We only do toxic shit like that to each other because guess what? It's millionaires and billionaires landing in all of our
the
cities.
Shit that actually makes sense. The people that if you want to press somebody, these are the guys you're supposed to be pressing.
Listen,
like
politicians,
they got the money. If this shit is about the money,
the politicians who got the most fucked up laws in our communities, they sucking up all our money. And shit like that in a lot of these hoods where y'all screaming gentrification and shit like that is going on. Why we not pressing them? Why we not, what do they call it? Why we not making them check in when they come into our communities and shit like that? Why we got to check in the young nigga that's from a couple states away that just made it when we hear he got a show in town?
Yeah.
Like that shit, like
yo, boy, you shooting a video out here, nigga. You ain't from out here, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta break us off. You gotta do this. You gotta do that.
And listen, and this is coming from somebody who can like make some phone calls, and we could be on the bullshit. Like, I got niggas that really like call me. I got young guys, good guys, and sometimes they don't know what's other way to figure it out, and sometimes they see other people doing the bullshit. So sometimes they feel like, man, maybe we got to fight bullshit with bullshit. Because I get calls sometimes from some of the guys and some of these young guys in my area. And they're like, yeah, Rich, like, we got to be on the same type shit. And I'm trying to lead a different way. Like, nah, little bro, we going to get it this way. We talented. We grind. We work hard. Different. Yeah. And
could you imagine white people saying, like, Tom Cruise got to check in? Like,
that's
Tom Cruise
happening.
just came to text, nah, dog, you can't shoot that video out here. Nigga, check in.
But we don't even own half the people that be saying shit like that, bro. And it's this the truth. And I'm not trying to shoot at nobody or take no shots at nobody, but it is what it is. Half the time when the motherfucking young niggas, whoever, young city hood, thugs, whatever we want to call ourselves, gangsters, whatever, and we talking this checking shit when a motherfucker come into it, when we hear about a certain motherfucker of a certain notoriety coming into our area, we talking like we own shit. Like we own the airport. Like we own the hotels where motherfuckers is going to stay at.
Facts.
Like we can really control something. All you can really do is go ahead and round some other motherfuckers up. Get your guns.
Go to the club that he performing at and say, like, you ain't asked permission to come to my town. It's so anti-black.
It's more
anti-hip-hop. It's more anti- our culture to tell somebody, oh, you didn't check in with me and get permission to go on a tour.
That sounds crazy, though.
There's not a city in America that's that popping to like just keep niggas like, this is just my town.
And guess what?
Ain't none of y'all allowed in.
I don't know if y'all ever heard of it, but I never heard of no non-black, non-Latino, like non-urban, like rapper for the most part.
Yeah.
Cause I don't even know if they doing it to actors, but I've never heard of nobody trying to check.
Yo, man, check this out, man. Hugh Jackman need to check in, nigga. Fuck that, nigga.
They actually said Tim McGraw told what's the other dude, the country singer?
Billy. Miley Cyrus dad?
Nah, not him. But Tim McGraw had to check in, man.
You had to check in with who?
With what's the other singer, man? Y'all know this guy. Garth Brooks. Stop acting like y'all don't know who the hell Garth Brooks is.
I do.
Had to check in to do what?
Anyway, listen.
No.
To go to Memphis, Tennessee.
Fuck out.
Garnett is talking about
Fuck out.
the one country beef in country history in all time of country music.
I just made that up.
I know.
it's-
Listen,
and
I know
I
he
forgot
just.
his name.
Listen, I know
Garth
you made it up
Brooks.
because
I remember that guy.
nobody told none
Garth
of these
Brooks be
niggas to
making
check in.
niggas
They
shout.
was,
we need that though. We needed a bright side to it because for real, it's sad. It is sad that we really gotta like get off of like the goofy shit, man. Like we know what's healthy. Yes, when I feel like yes, because I've heard like different people say different things. Yes, when I come to your area, if I'm of a certain notoriety and I'm a famous person, I done made it, I'm successful, and I come to your area to do a show, and I get it, people coming out to support me from your area because this is what I done heard get said. Like, you know, I've heard people almost talk like I owe now. And I get it.
You owe a good performance for what you got booked for. What else am I supposed to be giving you besides
But the
performing
thing
all
you
of the songs
owe
that
is
you
a-
paid
it's
for?
like a
My
dude-
bad, Rich,
No,
but
I'm just saying, no, but a dude in the hood.
That's true. That's the facts right there.
A dude in the hood that done terrorized the hood, right? Niggas will terrorize the hood, but then at the same time they'll do some nice stuff like, yeah, I give away turkeys and shit like that.
And
But I
Big Eddie races
also
everything.
kill everybody, and I do all of this shit, and then I tell our people that made it out the hood, I'ma drag them back in the hood shit. They got to do a club appearance or do something here, and it's like, well, you came to my town and did a concert, my nigga. And now I feel disrespected. They're creating a beef with a person that has nothing to do with them. It's like, dog, I sing songs or I rap, bro. You sell drugs in a town that I don't know nothing about. I've never been to motherfucking Arkansas, Houston, Texas, wherever the fuck you at, Miami, bro. I'm just here to make songs,
But
my
we
nigga.
don't do none of that shit to nobody else.
And the weird thing about it is the ironic part. They do that just so they can be cool.
All right.
It's like
Because
they do
at the
all
end of the
that
day,
just so y'all.
they've never, like he said, the black gangster in Miami. I don't care how high up you go, the niggas that niggas be scared of, whether it's Zopound, whoever, they not saying Mel Gibson can't come to Miami.
They stopping Mel Dixon.
Listen, bro. They not stopping
Dade
none
County.
of the. They not
They're
stopping
not
none of the.
stopping Idris Elba.
Be
They not,
mindful.
that's the thing.
Tyler
No,
Perry.
the crazy part is, they would stop Idris Elba first because he's still black.
Oh, facts.
They would stop him. They'd be like, "Yeah, nigga, you was the nigga from The Wire. You stringer bell to me. I'm a motherfucking."
Shout out to Idris.
This what's fucked up is the skin color and the fact that you know there's a go on that skin color. You know America ain't going for you doing that with no white people. So it's like, let me prey on the people that America don't care about. America don't care about people that look like me. So I'm going to prey on them and say, guess what? You made it out, but I'm going to make it dangerous for you while you on the road, nigga, because I don't like the fact that you just traveling around having success performing your songs. I feel like you owe me if you going to come to my town, nigga. It's like, well, I thought you already had the drug trade part. I thought you already had the street part, bro. Like, that's what you flourishing. I'm not coming to your block to sell no drugs. I'm just coming out here to sing some songs. You know, there's people in your town that like my songs, and I just came here to perform my songs. But that's not enough for niggas.
But you know what's
And
funny?
they probably
though?
gonna buy your drugs to listen to my songs.
Right.
that possibly as well.
Exactly.
I just think
It
we
all
need
goes
to-
together.
Exactly.
I just think like I'm glad that we do this podcast, man, and we get the opportunity to just put some of this energy and some of this information out in the universe. And I get it. It ain't gonna be everybody's favorite cup of tea. For a long time, we've been like getting over on each other and been our own worst enemy and been super toxic to one another in our communities and within our culture, you know, with one another when it comes to like brown people, black people. And we continue to do it, you know, and I think we need to continue to speak on it, especially like starting young, you know, like about that young kids with the whole Meek Mill situation. Like in my hood, I'm practicing and I tell young kids that you'll get far and you'll live long by being respectful. That's why I'm here today at 40 plus years old, because I was respectful, because my older guys taught me to be respectful. They taught me, Rich, like this is how we operate. Like,
I'm gonna tell y'all a way not to operate. Rich said something here just about people being like the worst to themselves and toxic to themselves. We're gonna touch on this fast and we're gonna get out of here. But Vlad TV. There's always a bunch of stuff going on around Vlad and rappers trapping themselves up, basically killing themselves on Vlad's platform. And now it's coming out that the Fed supposedly, I'll start saying it like fucking Puerto Rich now.
I've been fucking up all day too.
No. I never said that until Rich. But now the Casanova situation, they saying it's linked to that they're using rappers' interviews against them. People sit in this room where it looks like they're alone with Vlad for those who aren't, into Vlad or watch Vlad, but I'm sure most of our audience does know. They sit down and they just have these one-on-one talks. And in these one-on-one talks, they feel like for some reason it's safe to just tell every fucking thing on earth about their life. And these rappers is going on here just saying nut shit, telling, talking about past crimes, affiliations, and things like that. Right. And then they're able to use this information against them. If you say, and when I was 16 years old, that's when I joined such and such gang, and this gang did this, and we used to be here and there, and that and the third. Right. What's on this paper? I gotta say. I gotta say.
It's no
quick
big
break.
deal.
Now, fucking Chelsea wanted to play Hangman, and she put these fucking like the shit in, and she's like, yo, it's a man named character, and it's 5 in the front of five letters in the first and 5 letters in the back, so it's 10. I'm like, who the fuck is this? So I'm just like guessing shit. Come to find out, it's DevNasty. It's like, who the fuck is supposed to guess this? Guess who did it? Wally. Wally was like, look, give me that. Wizard didn't pass it back. I looked at her.
Wally the Wizard.
Crying.
Wizard Wally.
Go ahead.
But yeah, speaking of Hangman, niggas is hanging themselves. And that's what's happening to these niggas. Please do not go on Vlad or any.
No, let's call it bad TV.
Bad TV.
Because at one point, and the reason why I say let's call it bad TV is because at one point, Vlad TV was supposed to be, and again, this we'll get on the other.
You don't gotta explain shit for him.
Right?
Fuck
No. We'll get on. I want to get on the other. I'll get on the other shit later. We're gonna stay on bad TV right now. I just feel like he definitely like. It was supposed to be a hip hop platform at one point in some time. It was supposed to be a hip hop platform like most of these platforms supposed to be. And now all I see is people go on there to talk about either cases, like criminal shit, like why they not making music, who they beefing with in music, you know what I'm saying? And people keep going up there knowing that this man is really like setting up the questions, like to damn near
set you up,
have you incriminate yourself.
So I want to ask this because me and Chelsea, was reading the article, and this has been going on for years with Vlad as far as people getting indicted and the what's that, district attorney and everything using the interview.
They say ARM indictment, situation.
That tax, it's a bunch of, pretty sure it's more. It's a bunch. Now, do y'all think this is purposely happening as far as like he is connected with the cops?
That's what they're saying, he's in cahoots.
Or is it just a thing you think where, these guys are going on there and they just know they're going to say something on this interview because this is what happens on this interview, and they take it and they don't, necessarily work with Vlad?
More importantly, to that question is it don't even matter.
Yeah,
that's the most crazy. That's the craziest part about it is whether he working with them or not.
It's the outcome.
Niggas is just going on there telling the shit. Like
they don't have to say yes.
They wouldn't even
they don't
really
have
to work with him for real. If anything, if they was working with him at the most, what would it be? Like, yo, reach out to this rapper because we trying to find out some shit about him. Go interview him. You know what I mean? At the most. But niggas is going on there volunteering because back when we talked on that other episode and I said people don't want to keep it real, a lot of rappers are blowing up and becoming famous because of the criminal record, not the music. So niggas want to go on the show and prove, yeah, well, you know, I caught this body back then. I did 8 years for that, John. And then I ran into a couple niggas and then leave hints and clues so people could kind of know that I caught this one. But, you know,
there's a certain clout to being on it.
Correct.
So you can go on it and not speak and incriminate yourself. But if you go on, like Dev said, and you want to say, you know, and
if you want to go
big
viral
yourself
and stuff,
up and say, yeah, I did this, I did that, people going to be like, oh, check out that Vlad interview.
Right.
And they don't think police can look at that.
Right.
FBI can look at that. It's all public.
And it don't gotta be a murder like we talked about before with the RICO law. If you go up there and you are on camera sitting there saying, I am a member of the Trey Loco Super Blood, you know, and Crip combined.
Sometimes they start
gang.
the interview like that.
And,
That'd be the wild
and
thing.
And the thing is, this dude is almost like a fucking hip hop whisperer. The way he comes across, the light voice. So you join the.
It's like they feel comfortable.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, he's
confessional. It's like a therapeutic thing for these guys, probably.
Like a fucking Catholic priest, and they're just talking to these motherfuckers, and he just talking to you, and he's just like, so like, when did you join the gang? When did you join? Oh yeah, when I was like 16 or there. Said, what was the initiation process? So it wasn't like killing nobody or nothing. I just jumped niggas in, and they tying it all together. When you mention certain people, like rest in peace to my man Bebo, and they writing that name down, Bebo, put it on the chart. They literally figuring out. So he was cool with Bebo Williams. Bebo Williams was killed by this guy. We found him. This is how he's connected in here. Why does he know this guy? Oh, that's where he got the money to make these records. They will find a way to fuck you over.
This is their job, though.
And my whole thing is like,
they do the research.
But how many people do we have to like keep seeing landing in situations before people start turning down Vlad or whatever he's got going on over there, whatever, even if he's offering people money, like we already know that all money ain't good money, man. And like people will have you like definitely like, I mean, I just feel like, I'm not saying he's deliberately like trying to like set people up. I know he's deliberately trying to set people up to get people incarcerated, but he's basically like preying on like the bullshit. He preying on people's bullshit. He preying on people's downfall. Like that's why I said, whatever happened to the hip hop, whatever happened to the positive shit. Like if you from the culture and you for the culture and you pushing the culture forward, like, you know, give us more of that. Because
because people want to see that shit,
so
and he's gonna put it out there.
This is where we running into the problem of how we got to figure out. It's like a chicken. What came first, chicken or egg? We have to make it where people are interested in talent, in music, in creation. Like the shit Richie was saying, like, you know, let a rapper have imagination. Let it don't have to be that, because this is where it starts being our fault. And in some cases, some of these kids that's going on Vlad, telling on themselves, I mean, let me ask you, realistically, is the world a better place or a worse place with this dude that's catching 8 bodies or putting out all hits with his motherfucking record money? You know what I'm saying? Because we hearing stuff with the Casanova situation, and I don't know what that situation is, where they like, oh, there was a hit put out on a 15-year-old kid and this, that, and the third. I'm seeing all this shit in there. And you gotta know the variables, because the 15-year-old kid, if that's the case, could have been a wild kid out there that's like a problem. Where they like, man, we gotta get him. This little dude is wild. It's so many angles of fucked up shit.
Just like them little dudes in that Meek video. Could have been them same wild cannons, gunnings.
So what I'm saying is, in some of these cases, if you want to be smart, I'm telling y'all now, get off the Vlad shit. Don't go on there. If you're an upcoming rapper, you find yourself in a different position. You know, 2 years from now, your shit's popping. You go on Vlad. You want to be dumb? Go on Vlad and tell them all your business. You know what I mean? And end up in jail. You smart? You won't. But maybe you're so dumb that you need to go on Vlad and tell on yourself to stop you from motherfucking murking 5 more people that didn't need to get murked.
Yeah.
Maybe that serves your purpose. Maybe niggas kind of figure out a way to X themselves off the board.
And to be honest, like rappers, I don't think no labels or no execs, A&Rs in the game, and the people searching for talent, they looking for talent on Vlad. Like it's real respectable sites, and like it's not to shoot at Vlad. I'm just saying this is what I see on his site. This is what I watch on his site. I'm not going. If I was a talent scouter, I wouldn't be going there to scout for really like talent. You know what I mean? I go there, I guess, if I'm into like gossip, violence, beef shit and shit like that.
Vlad and the minister Farrakhan, because he did some real, fuck shit. Not the minister Vlad, where it definitely felt like on purpose misspoke, misquoted some words from the minister that sounded anti-Semitic, and that was not the fucking case. He really chopped that shit up. And if you go on online and you Google it, you'll see. We're not going to invest no more time into it. We about to be out of here. But we can see that things like that let you know a motherfucker's not about the culture. You know what I mean? I don't even like having a beef. I don't know this person. I'm just talking about what we can see that a person is doing and things that they've done where they won't even apologize and say, yo, I'm sorry for misquoting that man. That means a lot to the people that's in this culture.
Or just simply like change up a style if you start to see a pattern. So even if it was by accident or a mistake that all of these kids are starting to get caught up by the interviews that you're doing just based off negligence. But now that you know, I mean, there is a thing that you probably should change, but I understand that too. The way he probably looking at it, well, I'm not forcing them to say anything. They're literally just saying it. But that goes back to the sensitivity that Dave was talking about.
He's calling you dumb. He's like, he walks off the joint. This shit is great. This motherfucker just told a whole fucking
all
truth.
Views.
But
why would he not do that interview to get all those views and get his
right.
his
He
podcast
like,
up?
This motherfucker just came on my show and told about this. They're gonna put together who did that jewelry fucking store robbery.
And he's somebody I watch Vlad videos and stuff, but he's someone that you could tell is also knowledgeable. That nigga know the answer before he's even asking you the question. And he's walking you down a path wherever he wants you to go to get it out of you.
That's why people start thinking he's talking about the feds, because if he sits there, people don't even know how far, like, how things start to connect together. You went on there and you thought you told a story about just like, yeah, we robbed this jewelry store out Texas. I ain't gonna say where it's at, but it had the big fucking chain with the. They didn't told that. They done put that together. They might have found a gun that was connected to that. Now that gun connected to a different murder. That's how they start roping everybody in, bro.
And this the same Vlad that Rick Ross rapped about punching on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just making sure we're talking about the same Vlad.
You don't like them.
I only know that because Rick Ross rapped about it.
That's how I know.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Rick.
He rapped about it.
For myself, for the boy Garnett Briscoe, and that was a week.
That was like your baby
That was
bird.
for you.
Yo,
that was you.
No.
That was when you was born.
That reminded it really was. It really was. That little call right there just reminded me of like when I used to see nests with like the little baby birds in them. That was like one of them.
That was baby Garnett
That was
right
that.
there. When you was born, you
Like the big bird left. And listen, the bird, I don't know about you, but I don't know if you checking the comments, nigga. But the bird call is getting crazy.
Listen, one of the comments, dude said that's how he called his girl in the next room.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Yeah, and a couple other niggas
wild.
said they need shirts already. They like, yo, we need
How do you
to.
spell
Yeah,
that?
that's the only thing.
They like, I need the bird call.
No,
No,
it gotta be a picture of Garnett.
Say the call on it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know it. You know what I'm saying? But that is Garnett Briscoe, and for Waleska D.
I don't know why you're looking at me. Peace, people.
The female brand. What up,
That's
though?
right. That's right.
Female
Hot
brand,
shit.
and for Porta Rich.
Ain't shit coming soon, nigga. Y'all gonna get more rent. Whoever don't like when I rent, when I get hot, when I get passionate about shit, it's fuck you too, nigga. That's what it is with me. I'm podcasting there all the time. I can't be calm. Sometimes I talk about shit, man, that I love, and I get passionate, man. Y'all gotta be with me, man. I ain't perfect. Don't expect perfect from me, man. Unperfect Porter, man.
That is unperfect.
Yeah, that's a good outro for the day, man.
For the best DJ on earth, DJ Mona Love, Mona Scott Young, Mona.
Keep gassing me up.
Keep going. Yeah, let's go.
Mon Lo. Moni Yayo.
Moni Yayo is crazy.
Mon Loke was shot out.
Moni Yayo. If she
Moni
go like
Yayo.
this and moan, go like this and moan one time.
Oh, shit.
Like that?
Yo, this is the Moni of beatboxing.
So we're gonna get them Moan Thugs in Harmony. It's her and Waleska. They're gonna both do it on 3. Moan Thugs in Harmony on 3. 1, 2. Hold on, Chelsea's not ready.
I'm ready. I'm waiting.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's a hit single, nigga. That's a hit. That's a hit right there.
Crossroads, nigga. Devinwade Show. We out.
Did a Google search, think you know me, bitch. Did a Google search, think you know me, bitch. But you don't know me, bitch. Don't call me Kobe, bitch. You can ask anybody about this cocaine wrist. Made money off the projects like I'm white, bitch. But I sold white, bitch. All night, bitch. Had a white beamer and an all white brick. Caught a case in no way, still don't know snitch. That's why I don't trust these niggas, and I don't trust a bitch. It's a dirty game, dirty Sprite for the pain. And I'm way too fly to shoot a nigga close range. Got the burner with the scope, you can't wiggle out the rope. And I'm balling out the day for days, I ain't had no hope. Spend a lot of nights sleeping on the floor. Used to pray to God, he opened up the door. Then I bought 2 and stressed it out the foe. God Almighty bless me with some good blow. Goddamn, acting like I'm George Young, like I think I'm Johnny Depp, but they think I'm George Floyd. Got the police on my neck, and I'm fighting for my life while the police taking bets. And the deals that they giving sounding more like threats. But I better flex, look, you can see my pecs. Show me the money, look, and you can see the rest. Used to win the Pirates, now they want Percocets. Got so much cash, I can fuel the few jets.